right, hey, it's Charlotte here with Moonshine. We just got done doing our playground of safety for the second day. You can see this horse is completely peaceful and lovely. This is just wonderful. I was trying to, you have to use your intuition, what comes next. And I felt like he would benefit from doing some mouth releases next. I was thinking movement, but this is just so lovely, I don't know that I really want to move it. So I'm going to start out with our mouth releases. We do two main mouth releases with the horses. The first one, I put my hand in on the same side I'm standing. I touch the roof of his mouth, his palate, with my thumb. I don't grind it, I don't jam it, I just touch it. It's very, very soft. And the idea of that is he's gonna open his mouth and move his jaw back and forth, right and left. That's what we're looking for with that upper mouth release. Does his jaw open, and can it go right and left smoothly? The second mouth release, I take my hands from the opposite side and I cup my fingers like this around his lower jaw and stick my fingers under his tongue and just sort of hold this jaw like this. Good boy. Okay, he acts like he wants that one. When you do that, okay, you want that one. Look, he wants that one. When I do that lower jaw release, the first thing we want to see is the tongue sticking way out. Your horse's tongue connects all the way to their hind leg, and we're wanting to open up that meridian, that fascial plane, that neural pathway all the way to the hind leg so things can work properly. Some horses in that lower jaw release that he is really wanting will do vertical flexion and kind of push on it. That helps them pop their wither up. Other ones will want to turn their head laterally and then lay it sideways. And I think that's giving us a big pole stretch. All right, so I'm going to do the first one. So I'm touching the roof of his mouth. He's kind of sticking his tongue out a little bit, but the jaw isn't really going back and forth. It's starting to loosen up a little bit, but that's hard for him. So each day we're probably going to do a little bit of that. See how his head is going down and he's getting some release out of doing that? Good job. I'll do the other one. He says he would prefer the lower one, but we're going to do the upper one and the lower one each time. So now I'm going to do the lower one, so my hand's on the opposite side. This is hard for him. If he needs to get away, that's totally fine. Because a lot of the time the horses are so blocked in this fascial plane from the tongue to the hind leg that this is really hard for them. Good boy. So this is hard. That's okay. So I do not have my thumb under his chin. I'm just sitting here holding. I'm not pulling. I'm just sitting here being here. And he's kind of going through himself. So he's doing the vertical flexion. Then he turns his head a little sideways. So that's pretty hard right there, so I'm going to release and let him process it for a second. And the horse does a really good effort. I try to let go of them. If they want some more, he'll put his head up here and look for me. If he doesn't want some more, that's totally fine. I'm here to help him, not to do things to him. So he's kind of opening that stuff up, letting things out. This is great. Okay, so you're ready for some more? You've got to bring your head up here and touch my hand if you want me to do some more. I'm going to wait for you. And I think we need to speak English like that to them. Horses understand what we're saying. Whether it's our mental pictures that they're getting, whether, yeah, good boy. They understand our intention. Good, you ready? Okay, so he wants that again. It's hard, but he wants it again. Good. So now my hand is there. I'm just gonna wait. So he's working through hard stuff. So that was kind of hard. That's okay, I'm gonna wait for him. So to me, we just met with something that was pretty rough because he's blinking this eye, rolling it. This is hard for him. You're a good boy. Good. So whatever is being held in the fascial plane that we're opening up right now must be really dark and doesn't want to be cleared. He is getting enough peace from this work that he recognizes, I'm going to release because he gave a big bend there. He recognizes that he wants to feel better. Nice. Nice, I'm gonna wait for him. And this is cool. All of a sudden we start to see his hair lying down. He's starting to get a little more shiny. Look at how wide and square the back feet are. I'm coming back. He's starting to get some little spots of black. All that is coming from fascia releasing. When the fascia releases, the oil comes up, like it changes everything. It changes posture, it changes the quality of their coat. Good. Can change their color. This is good. So you can see I'm not holding him with the rope. None of this is to be force. This is, I want to help you with whatever I can help you with. If you're not ready today, that's okay. So here we're getting this big, nice stretch as he tips his ears down. I'm gonna wait till it feels like as far as he's gonna mentally go. There's that rough spot in it. There's that rough spot. That's okay. Good boy. So I've got an idea where the edge of that is. And my feelings to him right now are, I'm here to help you. I have no judgment on you. We all carry weird stuff. Look at the mouth releasing. We all carry weird stuff. We just have to help each other let it go. Good boy. Good boy. I'm gonna let that go. That's nice. I can't believe how much better his body looks today. Really great, sweetheart. Look how peaceful that is. Awesome job. So why is it so important that we get all this mouth stuff? Well, energy, emotions, memories release out of the horse from the back to the front. I didn't make that up. Gerd Hirschman says that. Gerd says the horse has an upper muscle chain, all the muscles on the top of the body, and a lower muscle chain, all the muscles on the bottom of the body. He says energy and emotion releases from the back to the front. The end of, I guess the beginning of both of those muscle chains, the tail is going to attach to both of them. The diaphragm, which is in the middle of the body, okay, I'll do some more. The diaphragm attaches to both of them. The end of the upper muscle chain is in the pole. So this stretching of the pole helps with our upper muscle chain. The end of the lower muscle chain is in the tongue. So that's a big thing with this mouth and tongue. I'm gonna switch sides. Good. So now I'm gonna do the upper jaw on this side. So that's your hand on the same side you're on. It's gonna reach up here, touch him in the palate. He should open his mouth and move his jaw left and right. He's really tight. He can open it, but he can't rotate it back left and right very well. So he's like, oh, this is really hard, Shaw. I know, baby. I know, baby. It's okay. You don't have to do it perfect. We're just gonna keep working on that one because that one's really hard for him. There, look, he's getting rid of something. And with this horse, it seems like this stuff that he's going through is very much emotional and memories. This is not as much physical. It shows in a physical way, but it's more memories and emotions. Good boy. So just because I can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So I've got to feel for things. Good boy. In the study that I've done, that's good, nostril flare, this is really good. In the study that I've done, I've compared these muscle chains to my equine brain gym stuff, and I believe that upper muscle chain corresponds to the left side of their brain, which is details, piece by piece, think before you react. So horses are gonna hold left brain stuff in this upper muscle chain part of their body. This horse was really tight in that upper muscle chain. Like when I saw him in Georgia, his head was straight up. The whole upper muscle chain was really locked, and he just looked with emotions. The lower muscle chain, I believe, goes with the right side of the brain. So that's going to be big pictures, patterns, energy, emotions. And so they're going to hold emotional stuff in this lower muscle chain. The stomach, where he holds his emotional stuff, is more right here. That is emotional garbage that we're holding. So it's got to really, the majority of his stuff has to come out his mouth. Some people are like, I don't get what you're saying, but people do it too. Lots of people have to release their emotions out of their mouth, out of their tongue. We may scream, we may fight, we may laugh, we may cry, we may chew on pencils, we may smoke, we may drink too much wine, we may eat too much. All of that can be releasing emotional garbage. Not everybody that overeats is really, really hungry. Some people that overeat, they're eating to try to soothe this mental and emotional stuff. I'm trying to talk enough to wait till he sort of gets present again, because he's really working through some stuff right here. And that's okay. You can see it going through him. And the more that he can clear this stuff without me manipulating it, the more real the change will be. If a person, a horse, an animal, probably a bird or a fish, but I don't train birds and fish, if they find the answer themselves, that learning is vastly better and more long-lasting than if we try to micromanage it. So he's looking more awake. I'm going to put my hand up and say, Moonshine, when you're ready for me to do another mouth release, can you touch my hand? And maybe I'm supposed to get from this that Barry just let go of two things, that maybe we're not doing more mouth release today. He looked at me. Good boy. So by doing this, I'm presenting a start cue to him. I realized that he and I haven't been working together very long, and people would say, Moonshine doesn't know about start cues. But I think really the horses seem to all know about it a little bit. So I'm gonna just tell him, when you're ready, Moonshine, you need to touch me. And I need to be ready if he doesn't touch me, that he's not wanting to do that. Because boy, this is a big difference in the level of peace. Here comes stuff out. As humans, we are so in a hurry. You think it probably took this horse 15, 18 years to pack this stuff in here? It's going to take him more than 18 minutes to let it out. I'm getting some pain in the right side of my jaw. He's gone inside. That may be him too. Good boy. Good boy. But I just cannot believe, I'm not leaving you, how much smoother and shinier his coat is. If Tommy can show, his shoulder right here is absolutely slick. The flank right back here is slick. And he was so puffy yesterday. Good job, buddy. We're passing some gas. So our digestion's turning on. That's a parasympathetic response. This is so good. I can't believe that wither is so far back. This is really awesome. There's breathing hard. This is good. So I'm going to have to look at this horse and say, this horse is really doing the work. This might be the place to let him just process for a while. I'll go get his friend. I'll do some more work on the friend. I'll see if he wants more. But right now, he's really inside himself working. And if I interrupt this, I could ruin it. So I think what we're going to say is we're signing off. I'm not doing any more mouth releases, and I don't think I'm going to make him go fast. I think I'm going to move. I think I'm just going to let him process. Good boy. Good. What do you think?